not just saying that women do this. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
anybody could be a victim of this. You know what I mean? So you
Yeah,
gotta
for
keep your
sure, for
eyes
sure.
open.
For
Yeah, you
sure.
gotta keep your eyes open. When someone's really closed off, that is a red flag when they will not open up to you. Now, it could be because of trauma, but regardless, that is a red flag because what you're trying to do is form a relationship with this person. And if you're being open and they're withholding, then the cycle is broken. There always has to be reciprocity. You know what I'm saying? If you're exploring me and you're asking me questions about my life, then you should be full well ready to offer me information about yours so we can get to know each other further. You see what I'm saying? That's the good thing to do if the plan is to get to know each other. But if you're opening yourself up and they don't,
that's when
you
I
want
know,
to be careful for that because you could be an oversharer. So you always want to think about that. I could be moving a little bit too quickly. They may have told someone something in the past that person used against them, so they could be moving with a little bit of reluctancy, right? And so you might have to consider maybe I'm just oversharing. But you always have to recognize this too. That if they haven't given you that type of behavior to show that they're narcissistic, you might keep pouring into them. But when you recognize that they're not pouring back into you, like telling you their past too, just kind of slow down on doing that. Because if they are a narcissist, they're gathering this information against you to use it against you.
To use it against me. And that's exactly what she was doing.
Yeah, the key is to understand the person so you can use whatever they tell you against them. And here's the thing. Most of the time, it's not that a person knows they're a narcissist and they know that they're doing this. They don't know that psychologically, they don't know that they're doing this. You see, but when they're pushed against the wall, it comes out. Your past and the things that you've done in your past will come out of it. They're not planning to in a lot of cases. Now, in some they are, but in a lot of cases, they actually are aloof that they are that way. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And what happens is a person who's afraid to lose you, they will lie to you. You know what I mean? And if you are afraid to lose someone, you will create scenarios where you make them feel like they're going to lose you. And so, like, a lot of times we as men will do that. If she's giving you negative behavior, say you want to go out with your friend, like you said, right?
Yeah.
Now, in that moment where you know you want to go out and she's impeding I try to explain to everyone, okay, when I'm doing relationship therapy, okay, when the woman is standing in front of the man saying, I don't want you to go out and record, I don't want you to go out and do this thing that's going to help manifest your dreams. A lot of times in her mind, she's playing down this thing that you're doing because it's not a typical job with brick and mortar. You understand that's accepted in the government. A lot of black people will say working for the white man. You know, I stay away from stuff like that, but a lot of times they only value your job if it's a job, right? If you come with a W-9, you're getting some taxes back from it. If you go into record, they see that as kind of childish, like that ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, that ain't going nowhere. Yeah.
The problem with being with a woman like that is if she sees you like that, she does not believe in your dream. And this is why she said, and here a lot of it is, she wouldn't even want your dream to come true if given the opportunity. You have to consider this now, moving forward. As an artist, as a person who is really trying to manifest a great reality, okay? Any woman that you deal with, they must know that when you manifest this reality, you will be very attractive, meaning a lot of people will want to be around you. Yeah. A lot of times a woman that's with you, that's very controlling, that's her greatest fear. And so seeing you actually manifest your greatness and seeing all these women around you, you travel to all these places that she maybe can't go, be with you there. This will make her say, I don't want you to get that because that would mean I potentially lose you. Now, and she will even more feel this way if you've made her feel insecure by threatening to leave. And a lot of times as men, when we can't, like men who don't hit women threaten to leave a lot. You understand? Because they take you to a point to where it's no return. You understand? So what you're gonna do when she yelling in your face and screaming on you? What are you gonna do when she challenges you to the point to where you can't respond violently? You're just gonna say, man, I'm done with this shit. I'm leaving you alone. To her, that's worse than hitting her. Yeah. To her, that's worse than you physically attacking her. You telling her you abandoning her and you don't want her no more? Dude, you just crushed her. So what she'll do is she'll get insecure and threaten to hurt you as badly as what she's feeling in the moment. So women feel emotion a lot more than us. So imagine the emotion that you feel whenever she's projecting all of that on you. A lot of what you feel is due to her emotion. Women have a superpower. When they start to cry and all this stuff, you can feel it inside of you. Yeah. It triggers men. It makes us feel like saving them. It's called a damsel in distress gene. what I like to call it, damsel in distress gene. She's, as soon as she feels like she's about to lose you, that's when and it do something to you. You know what I mean? And it makes you want to just grab her and hold and want her to be better. And it makes you see her as somebody who you can work with. Like, it's immaturity, but that immaturity for some reason is attractive to us men. It's like she ain't got
a love-hate relationship.
But I'm gonna be that man who's gonna build her up and teach her better. You see what I'm saying? Like, and that be our mentality. So people be like, she's not good for you, but a lot of times in our minds, we think kind of like the woman thinks when she has a man. I can fix him, because you're thinking that I can work with her. I got the patience for her. As long as she don't cheat on me, as long as she's not playing me, we'll kind of put up with stuff like that. You see what I'm saying? Because her threatening you, it doesn't scare you because she's not as strong. So it's not like she really putting you in a, it's just disrespectful. But the problem is, it just depends on where you vibrating, because on the wrong day at the wrong time, the worst version of you can show its face, and you never thought you would hit women. And now you've done it, and you got a record, and everybody remember you for it, or she's spreading around and now the reputation's out. And and this is why you have to think about it when you're with a person like that. Like, you know what? It's not that that person's evil. They're trying to like just like everybody else. But man, the problem is, if they're that toxic where they challenge you in that way, if they catch you on the wrong day, it's gonna be a wrap. And for you, that could mean your life. If you hit that woman, them cops can show up and it can be a wrap, man. Or if she has family members or just strangers, bystanders, because strangers want to protect a damsel in distress. Like if you were in public that day in the house, if you were in public, like, and people saw that and saw her crying like that, they would have got you. You would have been the one that would have been the problem, because you have the brawn. First, of course, they're going to try to hold you back or think that you're the problem. You understand? Yeah, and those tears, like I said, she can move the world with those tears. It's called gaslighting. I have different forms of it, okay? So you have what they call femininity, masculinity, right? Then you have what they call toxic masculinity, toxic femininity. Well, I have my own that's a level that's even vibrating lower than that. It's called terroristic femininity, okay? And terroristic masculinity. Okay, this is when a person is so, if a woman who's terroristic femininity, she'll tell lies on you that don't just put you in danger. They put people around you in danger, ruin many people's reputations, can get your life taken from you. You understand? So, say, like calling you a pedophile or saying that you raped her. You see what I'm saying? Like she can ruin your entire, that's she literally terrorized your life. You understand? Yeah. A terroristic masculinity is the same thing. A man lying on a woman saying she got STDs, she a hoe. You see what I'm saying? A man beating on her. You see what I'm saying? Like you can kill her. You can take her life with that. You know what I mean? So that's terroristic it's not toxic, but terroristic masculinity. And you got different levels of that based on where you vibrating. We all can display any of these acts. When you don't want to lose somebody, people will just say, man, hey, let me lower your value by telling lies on you so you can't get with somebody else. The kick is that you know they're lying when
she actually said that in a message. She said, I'm gonna put you in jail or you're gonna be dead. Yeah. If you don't be with me. Like, cause she worked with like the government or whatever. So she got people in the system. She used to be in the police cars taking pictures of her writing charges on me and stuff. Just to have me scared. Send me the picture. Like, she was playing mind games with me. She had my mind going crazy, man. Like, for real.
It's literally called.
I believe you. I believe you.
You can see she was terrorizing you, making you believe you'd go to jail. She knew your father got beat up by the police. You see what I'm saying? So she's using these acts to literally put you in a hell, like have you tormented and scared, because she can't physically hurt you. So what you need to understand is that that's men's first go-to move. See, we have top testosterone. Testosterone makes us want to challenge people using our strength when we're upset. So when a man's upset and he can't do that, you'll still hear him grunt, so he still get excited and pumped. Yeah. But a woman, she doesn't have testosterone. She is not as strong as a man. So her first instinct isn't to attack. You look at two women who don't like each other. They're not about to just jump up and push each other and start fighting. They're going to do it psychologically. They're going to wait till the other one look at them and roll their eyes so they can say, I rolled my eyes at you. Like, you know what I mean? They're going to smack their teeth. You know what I mean? And they're going to gossip about each other behind each other's back. They're going to tell lies on each other. Yeah. So that woman can't beat you up. So she's going to do that to you. And she's going to try to hurt you as badly as you're hurting her, bad as the feeling she's feeling. So when this happens, man, and a woman's telling you, I'm going to I'm going to have you beat up. I'm not going to let you see your children. I'm going to do all this stuff to you, right? Ask her, what are you feeling right now? Because her actions is only a reflection of the emotion she feels. She's obviously overwhelmed with emotion at that moment that she says that. You see what I'm saying? It's almost like a man looking at a woman saying, what you say? And giving her those eyes like he about to hit her.
Yeah.
What are you feeling that you're looking at her like that right now? Because you're obviously trying to control the situation. You feel like you can't take no more. So now you've resorted to threats and all these type of gaslighting tactics. And you're not doing this to be evil. You're doing this to preserve whatever. You're trying to control them. You see what I'm saying? And so a lot of times it's like you gotta see it, man. What are you feeling right now? And I guarantee you, it's probably going to be rage. It's probably going to be pain. And so what she feels, she wants you to feel. So what she's saying is intended to make you feel, literally. But the problem is what you're going to do with those feelings, because it's going to hurt. And the problem is after it's all said and done, in most cases, women think saying I'm sorry is good enough.
Yeah.
I'm gonna explain why, because they'll say, I said I was sorry, and you're still messed up over what she said to you. Like, you're still trying to recover. Like, how am I still going to continue to be with you if you see me this way? You're still trying to make sense of this new reality she just gave to you. And all she's saying is, I'm sorry. You see what I'm saying? And think about this now. When men grow up, we have to be accountable for what we do. You understand? Like, you can grow up fighting when you're in adolescence, but by the time you get middle school, high school, it's like harsh repercussions for that. You can get completely expelled from school.
Yeah.
What do you get for gossip and lying on somebody? Nothing. Keep your hands, feet, and other objects to yourself. People lying on you, get over it. People gonna talk about you. Ain't that what they tell you?
Yeah.
So the people who gonna talk about you, which is mostly women talk. Now, men can be toxic feminine too, and they little punk ass be going around talking all the time too. You ever have a man just gossip behind your back, act like he confronted you, but he ain't never confronted you?
Yeah, for real. Yeah.
It's the same thing. Like, why are you doing that? It's because you obviously make them feel some kind of way. And telling someone that they were brave to you makes them feel secure in themselves, even if they made it up. They just need somebody outside of them to think that they ain't scared of you. You see what? By the time you find out, you highly pissed because it's like, this person ain't said that to you. You see what I'm saying? So it gets worse. Now, and what you're gonna do? Want to react with violence? You gonna say, when I see you, I'm gonna do something to you. You're not saying, well, I'm gonna go tell a lie on you. Then how petty did that sound to a masculine man? I'm gonna go tell a lie on you too, so you can see what it feel like. You think we saying that? Man, I'm hitting you in the mouth, bro. That's what's gonna happen. Real. I'm not gonna ruin your reputation. Your reputation gonna be ruined by how bad I beat you up. That's what's gonna ruin your reputation. People gonna say, man, he whooped your ass, bro. That's how I grew up. But I wasn't about to go lie on you. Like, you see what I'm saying? So some people be built different, and that's why it hurts so badly. That somebody would go behind you and just literally just talk about you.
Yeah, you're right.
It happens anytime they feel like they're losing leverage. You see, if they think he's about to lose you, before that relationship ends, this person, they don't want to have a messed up relationship to be their fault. And you just broke up with them, telling them what they've been doing is too much, that they can't be loved. You can't love them due to how negative they're being, how their behavior. This hurts a woman because to her, you as her man is her source of validation. In fact, all those lies and gaslight she's doing to you is to get your attention. That your attention, even if it's negative, is validation. The fact that she can get you to care and be so upset. And what she doesn't realize is that behavior is narcissistic. You understand? Because you're trying to get emotions out of somebody.
You're trying to get me to react to what you're doing.
Say it again.
You're trying to get you to react to what she doing, just to get any combo out you.
Right. Now here's the kicker. Now here's where men do it psychologically and don't realize they're doing it. The day you left her house, if you knew you wasn't leaving, you shouldn't have even pretended to. We as men have to make our queens feel secure by never threatening to leave them unless we know we are for real. We must never use that as I just need you to imagine what it'd be like without me. Because we want her to not break, but we want to break her habit, not break her. So we're saying that because we want her to imagine what life. I'm not gonna keep taking this shit. You need her to understand you got standards. You understand? But when you mean it, say that. Only when you mean it. Because if you leave that house and you come back, her respect is gonna go a little lower now. Because now she think you left, but you ain't going for good.
Yep, you're gonna always come back. And that's what was going on. She always believed that I'd come back. She didn't think I was really gonna go, and I really left.
Right. And so I try to show everybody that life is really yin and yang. The energy that you vibrate to you, it's trying to teach you something. So when you vibrated her to you in your life, she was there to teach you something about yourself. You understand? And so the goal is never to get mad at her, hate her. Even now, it's supposed to be like, because of her, I learned more about me. I learned who I was when my heart is broken. I learned who I was when I'm lied to. I learned who I was when I'm threatened and manipulated. I learned who I can be. And I'm so glad I didn't turn into the worst person possible and end up in jail or something. But I now know how to move going forward. You see what I'm saying? This way I can be a better man and be a better man to the next lady I deal with. The next lady I deal with, when I leave, I have to be accountable. Because see, I vibrated a person who didn't take accountability to me. Why did I do that? Even when she's wrong, she won't admit it. When I catch her in a lie, she punishes me for catching her, and she lies on me even further and then threatens me. Whenever I've had too much of her and I want to break up, she even punishes me for that and says she's going to have me beat up. She don't say, I'm sorry, I'll change my ways. No, she says, if you leave, I'm going to have you crushed. How did I vibrate a person to me who don't take accountability? It's because I, too, lack accountability. Think about it. If you say you're going to leave and you don't, that means you're not accountable to what you just said. The reason that you can't be accountable to it, though, is because you still love her. It's because you still have hope for her. You still feel like you can manifest something with her. But therein lies a problem if you go back. So as a man, as badly as you might want to be with a woman, when you realize she's bad for your vision going forward, that she can tear down the empire you're trying to build, you have to move on regardless of how much you love her. And be accountable to the heartbreak you're going to feel, to missing her, to saying, damn, I want to call this girl. Man, I can't fucking think without her. You still don't call her. You understand? Go work out. Be masculine again. Pour yourself into your dreams again. Manifest the reality. Take your mind off of her by creating. A lot of times what a man will do is he'll say, I never love again. I never trust again. And what you're doing is you're not being masculine. You see what I'm saying? I ain't gonna get serious with and commit to no girl again. So you're not gonna have integrity. So I'm just gonna play every girl now because I don't trust women no more because that one girl. So it's like we'll lose all of our morals because somebody hurt us. When the goal is we always must keep our sanity. We always gotta practice our masculinity. If you're with a woman that say you pay the bills and she used you and she cheat on you anyway, you still gonna pay the bills in your next relationship because you're a man. That's what men do. Yeah. You're gonna when we look for places, we look for places that we can afford, not that we can afford if she chip in. So if she leave, we know we ain't out of our house and home. So we gotta pay bills regardless, whether we're single or not. So we're not really paying bills as doing her a favor. I'm paying my rent anyway, man. I gotta pay my rent anyway. Her money can go to investing, her money can go to food, her money can go to other bills and things like that. But I don't need you for rent. Like I'm gonna always be masculine. So, but a lot of men will say, I mean, I can pay all the rent, but if I'm gonna be in a relationship, you paying half, because I've been in one where I paid all of it and the woman still did me wrong. Don't change up who you are because the woman hurt you. People gonna hurt you, man. Like, you see what I'm saying? Yeah. I think the trick to life is like, don't let people make you change up who you truly are. Now make adjustments where you need to, but if you fell in love with her and she hurt you, that don't mean don't love again. You see what I'm saying? It means vet better. You see what I'm saying? We as men, even when we vibrating low, even when we just looking for, say you meet her and you meet her just on a late night and it turned into something, right? A lot of times we as men, we think that, well, I know I met her and she was kind of promiscuous when she was single, but you know, if she really liked me and we fall in love, she'll change. You know what I mean? Because that's what people do in relationships. You know, I know how you move when you're single, but when you're in a relationship, you should move differently. You see what I'm saying? But a lot of times if it start off really, really fast, that's an indication that she does have low discipline. You see what I'm saying? And so if she does sleep around a lot, and even for you too, men too, if we sleep around a lot, it's harder for us to be faithful going into a relationship because we never had to practice.
Yeah, we already too used to being around.
Right. If you ain't used to pushing yourself away from the table, and all of a sudden you have to go on this strict diet, it's gonna be really difficult for you to stick to that diet. And it has nothing to do with the girl that you're dating. It's just really you haven't been practicing any discipline. As a man, we don't have a social standard telling us that we can't sleep with so many women. We don't have that. So we can sleep with whoever we want. We can sleep with women every single night when we're single, and no one looks at us like we're a bad person at all. See, when a woman is single, she still got to kind of lie and be deceitful even when she's single, because she can't let a lot of people know what she's doing. You see what I'm saying? Because she's gonna be looked at as a hoe anyway. So she's gonna catch a bad break even if she's single. So just keep in mind, a woman who now some women openly live promiscuous, they don't even care. That definitely is gonna tell you a lot about her in a relationship. So no, she ain't gonna have a lot of discipline. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then if she does get around a lot, right, and nobody really knows about it because she's discreet, this probably means she's gonna be good at cheating on you too.
Yeah.
I mean, because she's had to lie just to save her reputation. Because the world is hard on women when it comes to sex, like biased towards women when it comes to sex, as far as social judgments, right?
Yeah.
So for a man, it's not a problem for us. We can sleep around all we want. So just imagine you can eat anything you want and you never get fat. Like people with good genetics, right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Now all of a sudden
that
your
makes
body
sense.
change and weight to start going to your thighs now, right? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's how a man is. He can have sex as much as he wants, sleep with whoever he wants, as many women as he wants on any night, and he just seen as a Casanova, a pimp. You see what I'm saying? A player, not a negative. Like girls don't look at him and say, "I'd never date him." You see what I'm saying? And so if they will date him because he don't lose social value, he's still gonna make his money. He's still gonna be masculine if he has a lot of money. You see what I'm saying? If he has a lot of success, like you look at these superstars, these women don't think that these guys have any discipline. They think these guys have sex with every woman they come into contact with. And they try to go to hotels just to wait on a lot of these guys, and try to bum rush them. So they still seek these guys out, even though they know they sleep with a lot of girls anyway. So they don't really care. Guys don't hurt. So you going into a relationship, man, it's gonna be hard for you to be faithful to her.
Yeah.
No matter how serious you were when you said, "I commit, I can do it." You know what I mean? So we got to be a constant. That's why I said we have to be a constant work of our actual purpose. When you bring a woman in your life, you already know that you want to be in music. You already know the goals and dreams that you have for yourself. So as a man, keep that stuff priority. And whenever women do come in your life, whenever you bring a lady into your life, keep manifesting your dream. Now, still be masculine towards her, because if you're going to have a relationship with someone, you're going to have to give. It's going to have to be reciprocity. So you can't bring a woman in your life if you're not going to spend time with her, if you're not going to listen to how she feels, if you're not going to love on her. I mean, you got to do that if you don't have her in your life. She ain't a pet. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like, if she's going to be in your life, you got to be willing to be in a relationship with her. But she needs to be willing to support your dreams. And if she can't, do not be in a relationship. Now, court her, date, have fun. But don't be in a serious relationship with a person that cannot truly 100% be feminine with you. That means completely support your vision. Because if she's in your way telling you can't go out and record now, if you've presented negative behavior like cheating in the past or flirting in the past, that could be the reason why she's doing that. But it also could just be she wants you home with her at that moment. So she cares more about her spending time with you than you going out and working on your dream.
That's exactly what was going on.
It's great that she wants to spend time with you. That's great that she wants to spend time with you. But she needs to understand that you working on your purpose is everything to you, and that makes you happy. That actually, it helps you. You see what I'm saying? And if you conquer it and accomplish that purpose, she's going to be a beneficiary of that purpose because you're with her. Why would you hold back the person that you're with? Let them win so you can win too. But a lot of times, I try to tell ladies and men alike, you're either moving with love or fear. So when you're telling that man, I don't want you to go record, you're out too much, working too much, you're moving in fear. I know you're thinking that I love you, I want you here with me, but that action, if he comes home and he comes home from manifesting, you slow his vision down, you slow his dream down. So be full well to support him in his dream. My thing is, you can say, I would like to spend more time with you, but if he's on his way out the door, you let him go record, and what you do is you encourage him. I hope you have a great time. I hope you have a great recording session, and I'll be here when you get back. And when he comes back, be ready to love on your man, because here's the problem. When you start an argument with him and he leaves, a lot of times he's coming back with that same energy, or he's going to come back a lot later because he don't want to come home to that same argument.
Yeah.
When
really, I used to try that.
Time.
I used to try that. Like, I used to take her with me, like, to the studio, to performances, stuff like that. But, like, she just toxic. Like, she gets into it with people. And one time I took her to my brother's house. She spit in his roommate's face. Now I got to get into it with him because, you know what I'm saying? You just causing too much around me. Like, she done stabbed out my brother Ty. Like, she does stuff that make you don't want to bring her around.
That's terroristic femininity. It's a person who will spit in a person's face, and she literally put everyone in the room in danger, put every relationship in that room in danger because she felt a certain way. You can't react a way just because you feel a certain way. Like we all must learn to manage our emotions. But I promise you, emotional immaturity to men, for some reason, it turns us on in a lot of ways. And so we have to ask ourselves in those moments, man, because those are moments you should have walked away. Now, obviously, this is just me looking in your past, judging your past. This is what you would do. Like, I should have left then. But in that moment,
you just didn't. I was on some like looking at him, making sure he wasn't trying to hit my girl, because I can't let her just get, somebody spit in your face. Like, somebody spit in your face, you go crazy. Like, most people go crazy, but bro wasn't even tripping. He had respect. Didn't even, you know what I'm saying? He didn't, you know what I'm saying? He and I respect him for that, because I wouldn't have reacted like that. You feel me? I just left. We just left. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like all the time.
I would have left with her, but then I would have been like, it's over. But here's the kicker. And from the outside looking in, we as spectators will always be able to make those easy decisions for you, because we don't feel that love for them. We're not in it. We don't have all the reasons and the hope that you have in it. So easily for us, we could say, oh, that's when you should have ended it. But we don't feel your emotions. And truthfully, we've all been in relationships a bit too long, because the emotion that you feel sometimes just outweigh the logic. You see the sign that you should leave, but it's just this haunting feeling like, I want to.
Another thing too, is a lot of times, like a couple times that she was pregnant. So that was another thing too, me having a kid and not wanting to just leave. Because, like I said, my pops got 140 years. So I ain't really had my pops in my life from like, he got an appeal and got out, but he was gone like 9-10 years. So her being pregnant and me not wanting to leave, I used to be battling that shit all the time too. Like, man, damn, man, I got a kid on the way. Like, just like, it's just simple stuff to make you want to stay, but you still want to leave. But the baby ain't even here. She already threatening you with child support and stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you want to leave, but you want to stay. It's like, and it's just, I don't even know. Like, my mind, like I keep saying, my mind was everywhere. My mind was everywhere.
There was a situation where this guy, I don't know if you saw it, but a guy, he killed his ex-girlfriend and he killed his ex-wife.
Yeah, I saw that.
All right, so I did a video on that too, and I was talking about the guy said what triggered him was his ex-girlfriend told him, "I'm not gonna let you see your baby." Now she was still pregnant, and so my whole point in that video was if a woman is still pregnant, even if the man is presenting behavior that tells her, "I don't want him around this child," he's presenting aggressive, violent behavior, she doesn't need to tell him. The baby's not even born yet.
Yeah.
If you're really this freaked out by this man, go get the safety. But telling this man when ain't nobody around but you and him that I'm not gonna let you see our baby, I'm gonna take out child support on you, that's toxic, because it creates a negative reaction in the person that you're talking to, and you know it. There's no way they're gonna handle it well. You see what I'm saying? And that's why I try to say, like, people say, well, he must have done something to her to make her say, I'm keeping you from your baby. No, he could have done something to make her feel like she wants to keep him from the baby, but she didn't need to say that to a person she already feels like is dangerous.